Oh God.
Oh, good. I guess you let her have a little more time with her iPad. Hi, everyone. Hey, Joe. If you want to come in, Joe, click the link. Either hit your YouTube, your Facebook, or your Google when it says. If you want to come in, yeah. Right now, I'm gonna be cooking fried chicken. I was cutting up an onion to go with my cucumber. Grated up, cut up fine cucumber and onion, and I'll add mayonnaise to it before I eat it. But I haven't done a cooking in a while, so I thought, let me do a cooking tonight. Because I gotta eat. Why not show
Yeah.
you what I'm cooking? I'm gonna get that. I'm trying to see if y'all can see the pan. My chicken. It's just boneless breast of chicken, and I'm not answering that. That's probably Joe. But anyway, all I'm putting on here is gonna be salt and pepper, garlic powder, and a little bit of oh, what do you call it? Ginger. Now, my mother, when she made fried chicken, nuggets, patties, regular fried chicken, it used to be the seasonal stuff. Well, I don't use seasonal. It's got too. I rather put my own salt and pepper and my own mixture. But I started adding ginger to just about everything I could. It's very healthy for you. You can't figure it out, okay, Joe? That's all right. You can watch me cook. You might learn how to cook you some fried chicken. Now, this is boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now, the recipe for if I was doing chicken nuggets, I would get out my pancake batter. You use half pancake mix flour, pancake flour, like you're making pancakes, and half regular flour. That's an old Dinah Shore recipe. Dinah Shore was an actress, had a TV talk show, and in her on her TV talk show one day she made fried chicken nuggets, and all she did was half butter. She put buttermilk, flour, and pancake mix, and mixed it together. And my chicken is soaking in buttermilk. My mother always used buttermilk. Now, if you don't know what that is, look it up. Sorry. Or you can use regular milk, or you can use egg wash. But my mother always just, my grandmother, we always just put it in buttermilk and let it baste our stuff in buttermilk. You leaving, Joe? Have a good night. But, yeah, put oil in my frying pan. Now, I could do this with very little oil and put it in the um, air fryer, but I'm going to do it by, um, I'm going to do it on the stove and not the air fryer. I got my eye on, but in my flour, it's salt and pepper. Basically, the same thing you put on the chicken, you can put it in your flour. Now, some people says if you don't add salt and stuff to your flour, it makes it bland. It does. So you got to have a little salt and pepper in your flour. It got to be seasoned too. But I'm just grating. This is my pepper grinder. Uh, but the same thing I put in my, um, and it's seasoned to your taste. Hey, hey, Maisha. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Anyway, whatever you like on your chicken. If you like your chicken hot, add some hot spice to it. I do not like it like that. Growing up, it was just mainly salt and pepper at my grandmother's house. But when more seasoning became popular for people, it was a season off. She used to buy the season, what do you call it? It was seasonal seasoning. But I'd rather do my own. But I'm just going to take and my pan could have been a little bit bigger to put this chicken in. I didn't know it was that, that big of a, but, but I got to get it all mixed up. Yeah, too much on that one piece. But you just, kind of mix it up in your milk and get your hands dirty. God gave you hands to cook with. Back in my great grandmother's day, they used their hands a lot. So, but anyway, all right, gotta cut that oil down. Let's get into pop. That means it's ready to add your chicken. So all I'm gonna do is dip it in the flour and then add it to the pan. And I'm a messy cook, so if you can't be messy in the kitchen, where can you be messy in? Misha, okay. But anyway, I think I'm gonna make a sandwich with this tonight. I got some. What have I got? Potato, sweet potato fries. They're not actually fries. Excuse me, but I may cook some of those. They're little sweet potato cubes that I got at Aldi's, and I'm gonna probably maybe cook some of those, or maybe just this and a potato chip on a sandwich. You hear it sizzle? Should have got out my bigger pan, but that's okay. It'll cook it. Right. Look, my fork. Got my fork. All right. But I don't know if I can get two in the pan or not. They're kind of big pieces. So if that's the case, I'll just cook them like some more off camera. And it takes about, with chicken breast, probably 10 minutes per side. Now, if you're cooking like regular whole big pieces of chicken, it takes about 25 minutes to cook. 12 and a half per side, depending on how big your chicken is. I made the mistake years and years and years ago when I was doing some chicken to carry to my mom's 30th wedding. Was it 30 years? I think it was. I'd have been 40. But anyway, we were having a little party. I didn't cook my chicken long enough. That's before I got smart. Before I realized my grandmother wasn't just putting it on, browning it, and turning it over and browning it. She cooked it slow to start with and let it get brown. About 12 minutes per side, 12 and a half. 25, 26 minutes, depends on how big your chicken is. So, I think my daughter was probably 3 at the time. So that's when I hadn't been married too long to know, But it's a cooking. But I may be able to get another piece in there. If I am, I'm going to try. Some of these, it says this was thin chicken strip pieces. These are not thin. They're not as thick as a regular piece of chicken breast, but they're not as thin as the one I got last time. So maybe this was a messed up piece of chicken. I don't know. But they're pretty thick pieces. If I can pick up one. I don't know if I can tell, but not as thick as a regular. So this is probably one chicken breast cut in 3 pieces. Or probably one chicken breast or 2 chicken breasts. 1.5 pieces. I don't know. But, and you're seeing it's cooking too fast. Sometimes it can. I don't know if y'all can't really see over there, but it's getting too brown too fast. And I would have thought, turn it over, cook it till it got really brown again, it was done. No. That's what I'm cooking for dinner. I'll put the link in the room if anybody wants to come up and say hello. It's up for grabs. You're welcome to come in. Talk about anybody got a subject they want or anything they want to ask me. Yeah. In the beginning, before I started really paying attention, and I watched my grandmother all my life, and she was died when I was 49 years old. Now I'm 64. But when I first got married, you're too much into your husband and you're trying to start your family and whatever, and you don't pay attention to sometimes to uh, your cooking. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure if that was 10 minutes. I forgot to look at my timer. But I've cooked enough now that I know when it's done. Another thing you can do is take a knife and cut it open in the middle and see. Or a meat thermometer and see. My meat thermometer's broke. I might have to get me another one. But I've cooked enough to know, you know, right now to understand the cooking. Uh, and can y'all see? I just kind of, my light's not good in here. Let me cut this other light on. It might help. Hold on. I don't know if it'll help or not, but anyway. That might have made it too bright. Anyway, battered and fried. Battered and then put it in the fryer. So I may can get this one in there because sometimes you cook, your meat does shrink up a little bit no matter what you're cooking. So you'll have room in your pan sometimes. But you don't want to really overcrowd your pan. Uh, but I'll have chicken for a couple of days to eat on. No, I don't think it's going to fit. I'm just going to wait, cook one at a time. Cook one at a time. It's going to, the chicken pieces are too big. And if you undercook your chicken, you can always stick it in the oven. Oh, hi. Yeah, I put salt and pepper, garlic, ginger in my flour, and I put the same in my buttermilk. Now, you can use a seasonal or any seasoning you like. If you like a Cajun fried chicken, add your Cajun seasoning. If you like hot, which is, peppers, put your hot pepper flakes. If you want it more of a poultry season taste, put you some poultry season or sage. But I stick to the simple garlic, and I do ground ginger and ground garlic powder. It's what I use. Um, yeah. Right. I'm going to sink behind you here and wash my hands. My sink is right behind the camera here, off to the side. Yeah, a lot of people like spicy Cajun. I do not. And another thing that I went to I went to baking school. And I didn't finish, but I went and looked and learned how to cook and uh, bake, cookies and things like that. But what I'm getting at is when you're in baking school or cooking or the shelf side where you learn how to cook everything, when you're using flour, people wonder, why doesn't it come off my hand? Well, if you're using hot water, it's going to stick harder on your hand. So if you want it to come off, use cold water to get it off and then turn on your hot water to get them sterilized and clean your hands. Not many people, understand that, but that was something we were taught because we had to cook with flour and stuff. I'm gonna cut it down because it's cooking a little too high. It's not done. I'm just getting there. Another thing you can tell is sometimes how springy it is. It's real springy. It's not done. Yeah. You know, you may live in another country and you may not have the same seasonings we have, or your seasonings are different. It's what you're used to, is what I always say. And when you're cooking and not baking, there's no wrong or right. If you like all your stuff hot, spicy, and go for it. If you like it mild, go for it. I'm not into hot and spicy. And I'm frying it in canola oil, but you could also fry it in whatever oil you use. You have to watch on some of the oils; they get a little too hot, so make sure you're not burning your food. You can use olive oil, but my canola oil was sitting here, so I picked that up. My olive oil sitting there too. So it's whatever kind of spice you like. So yeah, it's not done, but it's getting brown. So it's been on about 10 minutes, maybe 10 or 11 minutes total, but it's got to go a little longer than that. I don't want raw chicken. So you just cut it down. If it's cooking too high, getting brown too fast. Or if you just want to partially cook it, then you put it on your baking sheet and put it in the oven and let the oven finish cooking it. So you don't have but one stove by. You know, you need it for cooking something else. Get it fried up and then put it in the oven. Let it cook till it's done. But I'm going to turn it over back to the other side. Don't want to burn myself, but I don't know if y'all can see it. It's getting brown, but I don't think it's done. It needs a few more minutes. Yeah. Have you ever been to a restaurant and got chicken and you said it could have been another minute or two on the stove because it's got that squeaky sound when you bite into it? Well, it was done, but not quite done enough. And I can't have that. I can't have that just right at the temperature done. Not on restaurants. No, thank you. It messes my stomach. Um, well, I've been talking 18 minutes, so another 5, 6 minutes or so, and we'll see if the chicken's done. I'll get my knife and we'll cut it and see. I'm also um, got chopped up cucumber that I should have done used. It's almost like if I don't use it today, I need to throw it out. Cucumber and onion. Born and raised in Georgia, yes. I was born in if you remember the movie, TV series, Heat of the Night, I was born in that hospital. But anyway, but on my cucumbers, I just had salt and pepper and a little mayonnaise and stir it up. Yeah. If anybody is from Georgia, wants to collab, or anywhere y'all want to collab with anything, let me know. I've got in mind of a trip I want to take that's a couple hours from my house and stay the weekend at a place. Stay a couple of nights and come home. So I don't drive at night. So I want one day to see the place, and 2 hours to drive there and then have that night the next day and then come home the next day. That's what I would like to do. Sometime towards the end of the month. Now, if you don't like mayonnaise, use whatever you want. Oh, somebody wants to offer a promotion to our channel. Let's see what they say. I'm not buying anything. Thank you, flowering. If it costs money, it's not for me. So thanks anyway. So I'm already using StreamYards. That's enough. But thanks for the invite. If you're on another channel, I'm sorry I can't see your typing. I can see Facebook. I can't see TikTok. So if y'all want to type to me, you have to come over to my YouTube side and I'll be able to see it. I just added a spoonful of mayonnaise. You add as much or as little as you want. But what I was getting at, if you don't like mayonnaise, use vinegar and oil. Yeah, it's coming back. It's on my side. It's coming from TikTok side. So I'm assuming TikTok is showing up here. But no, TikTok, I do. Last week, my friend helped me set up TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So I can stream to all of them when I do it. But if you don't like, like I said, mayonnaise, add your vinegar. Some people like vinegar and add a little water to it because it's too strong. I'm not into vinegar cucumbers. A lot of people are. But no, I just set this in the fridge. And when I go to eat dinner in a little bit, I'll have that. Okay. All right. I've been talking 22 minutes. I don't know how long, but we're going to take this out and put it on my plate here. And I'll cut into it if it's done. But I think I'm going to make a sandwich with it. I'll show y'all what the inside looks like. All right. Y'all think it's done? I think it needs about another minute or two. It's got that squeaky look, that shiny look. So when you get the shiny look, you know you need it's not quite done. So this is going on a hamburger bun for me anyway in a little bit. So just a couple more minutes. Like I said, around 20 minutes or a little less, a little more, depending on how thick your chicken is. This is almost, it said it was thin, but these aren't thin. Somebody did something wrong in the packaging. Hi, Ray LaHale. Yeah. So welcome whoever's watching from any of my platforms. If you want to type to me and I'm not seeing it, you might want to come over to YouTube side. But I'm going to give it a, Now I got 2 more pieces to cook. I'll cook them off camera. I just need one for my dinner tonight. If y'all just now getting here, I use buttermilk. If you don't like buttermilk, you can use sweet milk. Half and half, 2% beat up egg and milk, or just an egg. Put your raw chicken in there, be whole pieces. It could be chicken breast like this, cut up pieces. And then you take your flour. I got a piece of chicken in the flour. You salt and pepper, season to your taste, to your like, and dredge it in the flour. And then you cook it, depending on the thickness of your chicken. Normal, about 20 minutes. For a whole piece of chicken with the bone, about 25 minutes. So, I should have had someone timing me how long I've cooked the chicken, but it's beginning to get there. Well, I don't want to flip back over. But it's 99% done. I'm turning it back up. It got too cold. You can adjust your temperature as you go. You don't want to cook it really too high. But I'm glad y'all were here watching me cook. How's y'all stay going? Hey, Joe, nobody. Making you hungry? You know, I don't know the ages of my friends, but I taught my 15-year-old friend who's now 21 years old, or will be 21, to cook through the computer. He has, what do you call it, autism? But he's highly functional autism. He can get on my computer and fix the problems that I have. But he lives in another state. He fixes it through an app we use. So if I can teach a 15-year-old, I can teach a 40, 50, 60, 20, any age. And his mom didn't want him to cook because she was afraid he would burn the house because of his disability. Well, after he cooked the first time, he's been cooking ever since. I showed him a couple other things to cook. We cooked a breakfast casserole one day together. And his mother loved it. So I haven't made that casserole in a while. It's where you layer your bread. I think it was bread. Can't remember now. But it had eggs and sausage. And you just laid it all up. Cooked sausage and everything on it. Baked it in the oven until it was done. I have to remember to find that recipe. I asked him what we used that time. But I believe this chicken is getting done. Yeah, it's done. But I'll put the other piece in and I'll show you this as I get it out of the pan. Alright, I don't know if y'all be able to see the difference like I do. And it's okay if your batter falls off. Who cares? You're eating it. You're not getting rated at a restaurant for how your batter looks. But it's not as shiny as it was in the middle to me. So I know it's done. Can y'all see? I know it's done. So, and that's how I cook my fried chicken. Now, some people will dump their grease and start over. If you get too many crumbs in there, you may want to take your fork, your sliding spoon, and get out all the, what my nephews call the Crispies. They always love the Crispies. And we had to teach them that you have to eat the whole piece of chicken, not just the Crispies. That just the stuff that falls out. Anybody can learn to fry fried chicken. You want to cook whole pieces? Do the same process I did today. Cook it on medium. If it gets too brown, turn it down. About 12.5 for dark meat. About 25 minutes total. Depends on if you got big pieces. Now, for a while there, you were getting huge, overgrown pieces of chicken in the store. So, but anyway, I'll just put the other piece in there. This is my other piece going in. But anybody can learn to cook. Don't be like those TV shows where they asked their girlfriend out on a date and they went and bought food and put it on their plate and dusted themselves with flour. Like, I hope you enjoy my cooking. I slaved all day. And then the girlfriend eats it all up. Can I have seconds? And he's going, what do I do? There's no seconds, unless you buy seconds. So buy seconds if you're going to cheat and tell them you cooked it. Anyway, the second piece is on. I'll cut a little piece off of this, and but I'm just probably going to add it to a sandwich in a minute. Oh, I'll show you. I'll do a taste test. Now, if y'all cook it and you get it done, you taste test, and doesn't have enough salt and pepper on it, add some more. I try not to add anything else after I've cooked, because your seasoning cooks better when it's on there to start with. Adding sometimes salt and other things is not absorbing the food that well. So, can y'all see? Perfectly cooked good chicken. Yes. So, it's not hard to cook fried chicken. Now, if you overcook your fried chicken and it's not burnt, not my fault. What I mean by overcooked fried chicken, it can be dry. So watch it. Don't let it get dry. I put this on at 506, the size piece. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At 516, I'll turn it over. Or I may turn it over beforehand, but I've got it cooking low enough that it's not going to get too brown too fast. So that's what I cooked for dinner. And, let me get my other eye. Show you. Okay. And I did cucumber and onion. Now, this cucumber and onion, you can also add a tomato. I've got a tomato over here. I need to use it. So I'm going to chop the tomato up, minus the seeds, because I can't have them. And it's just cucumber and onion, salt and pepper. And my mother always added tomato. If you add a tomato and you're not going to eat this within a couple of days, the tomato might make it a little too soggy, sour, So when I eat this, I usually add my tomato on my plate beside it and mix it in. That way, to me, if this sits a day or two, it is better. But I can eat it right after I've made it. But sometimes the longer you let a couple of things marinate, 24 hours basically, it's better. So, all right. I cut the chicken back down. You have to watch it. You can't just go off and say, all right, come back 10 minutes, turn it over. Well, you may have it cooking too high. And you may have burnt on one side. So, you just kind of watch it. And that's what I'm doing. I can pick it up. It's getting brown. It's too far away for y'all to see. But I turned it down and let it cook. Because these are thicker pieces than it said they were. So, how was y'all's day? I'm glad. Duke minus the groove. Are you new to my channel? I guess Facebook is YouTube and all, or it's pushing me out there. Or you're from another one. But I'm glad I'm doing on all 3 channels. Going to get my channels going so you can do that now. You can also do Instagram, but I don't have my Instagram. So, somebody's typing to me on another thing. Anyway, but I'm glad y'all came and watched me cook my fried chicken. Yep. Now, if you want to make chicken nuggets, like the same process, or chicken strips, just cut them in pieces, batter it, and fry it. Now, if you want to do the dinosaur recipe, for the dinosaur recipe, I've tried to find it. I don't know if anyone can find it for me, but from what I remember, it was half pancake mix, half flour, buttermilk. I don't know if she had an egg in it or not. I can't remember. But you mix that with your flour and your mixture, your buttermilk. Then you dip your nuggets in it and set a pretty thick, a deep fried. Little more oil than what I've got in my pan now. And that was the best. If you remember, anybody remember Dinosaur Show? Maybe I've looked it up once. Yeah, you used back then. I think it was Aunt Jemima pancake mix. She used it was half pancake mix and half flour, and it made the best. If it wasn't Aunt Jemima, it was the other that was popular, and I can't remember. Anyway, somebody's asking about something. So, but I'm glad y'all are here. And my friend wanted to know if I took her wrench away. If she's listening, I cleaned up my thing. I had too many. I've been doing lives and none of my old mods were showing up, so I added some new mods. I can add you back. And in a little bit, I'll do it on my phone. When I find where I laid my phone. It's not in here. Oh, it's right here. I'll go on my phone and I'll add you back. It's just that I had so many trouble one day. I had to make somebody a mod that I've been talking to from another channel. And so I'll add you back. It's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll go on live. I'll do it from my phone. Yes, and pancake mix is good. I'll do it from my phone. So you hadn't even typed in the room stat, so I can't make you mod again. That's why I like my friends. But if you're going to be lurking, at least type in the room once. Let me know you're there. So I'll add you back when you type in the room. I can't until then. All right. It's 14 minutes after. It's getting brown. I'm going to turn it in just a few minutes. That's a thick piece. That piece is thicker than the one I just cooked. 16 after, I'll turn it over. So. And I'm feeding my dog her regular dog food tonight. But talking about dinosaur, I believe it was Aunt Jemima pancake mix. If not, I can't remember the other one. Might have been, no, it wasn't Martha White, but I don't remember what it was. But I know she used Martha White flour. And I think it was Aunt Jemima pancake mix. She used half and half. Equal amounts. And then enough to get kind of not a runny pancake batter mix, but in between thick and thin. Dip it in there. Oh, it's so good. So, anyway. Yeah, I've had chicken parm. There was a recipe going around for a while where you took your chicken and coated it in mayonnaise and then put your breadcrumbs on top and your breadcrumbs with your Parmesan cheese. I tried that once and it wasn't too bad. So, all right, I'm going to turn this over. Yeah, it's time to turn it over. I'll show you what one side looks like. Yeah, but if you're going to be one of my mods, it's good that, yeah, that makes it moist, they say. I'm not mad at any of my mods that I took off. They just never showed up anymore. And if they did, they didn't say they were here. So I didn't know they were here. So, it's good to have. I'm not saying my mod has to come on every time, and there's probably not a mod here now. I'm just saying that show up once in a while. Because I film in the morning, afternoon, at night. So I'm pretty sure I could catch at least one of my mods on. Like the other day before, I think yesterday, one of my mods showed up. And I said, thank you. I don't expect them to be here all the time. Because they got their lives too. So, anyway. But if she wants me to make her back a smile, she's got to type in the room. Because in 2024, this is Roxanne's world. Now, if you want to come along, be my guest. If you want to go out the door, go. Don't like what I'm doing, don't stick around. But I got 6 people watching and 3 typing. Yep. Oh, I'm thinking about taking a 2-day trip somewhere close to the house. Hey, Art. Poor chicken. I have a mod here now. I think he's still mod. I'm not sure. Yeah, but the chicken turned out pretty good. Man, I don't mind my mods working, but just let me know you're there. Say I'm busy, but I'm here watching. Yeah, I'm going to Helen. I'm going to Helen, Georgia. I already got my room and everything. Me and my cousin's going. But I want to go to a casino that's 2.5 hours away and go for 2 nights. Leave and get there. By the time I drop my dog off to be watched, it'll probably be 1 or 2 o'clock before I can get there. Have fun that night. Spend the night. Have fun all day. Spend the night. Get up and come home. Because I don't drive in the dark. So I thought, this is something that I want to do. But maybe a friend would like to go. But I'm not asking my neighbor. I'm done with that situation. She did me wrong when she was babysitting my dog. She wanted more money. And if her and her friend are ever watching, I don't care. Yeah. I think it's going to be going down Highway 85 to Alabama. Well, I got to take a back road to get to 85. Other than that, it shouldn't be that hard. And if a woman going by herself goes in the daylight, it's going to be a lot safer. And I don't see. Oh, no, just one of my mods want to know why I took her off as a mod. But she never showed up lately. Some of my mods that I made earlier don't show up anymore. And I told her if she wanted to be back mod again, type in the room so I could get on my phone and make her mod again. I think you're still mod. If not, yeah, you're still a mod. So it's just that I was trying to clean up my channel. So when you have about 12 mods and you only see 1 or 2 show up, And the rest of them still want to be mine when they decide to show up. You know, I know they got a life, but when you come on at different times of the day and different days of the week, one of the mods at least could be there. Anyway, so this other piece of chicken will be done at 26 after. Takes about 10 minutes per side. Then I got one more piece, but I think I'm going to set this one more piece in the refrigerator and I'll cook it another day. I might even chop it up and make nuggets out of it. Mix this flour and buttermilk together. It's not the Dinah Shore recipe, but it's good eats anyway. So I hope y'all's year is going good so far. Mine's going pretty good. I had a little want to cry moment this morning, but I said, you know, we all have those. Even if you haven't lost someone in your life recently. Mine was a year and 4 or 5 months ago, September 13th, 2022. And, you know, there's no certain length you can be grieving. You could grieve for years. Now, I'm watching another family today who lost their mother before Christmas. She was in her 80s, 86, 87, pretty older lady, to Parkinson's. And their daughter was leaving to go back to college the day after the funeral. And it just got to me. Their daughter, they're from Arkansas. Her daughter goes to college in Atlanta. They didn't show the funeral. Yeah, it just comes and goes. You never know. You never know when something's gonna hit you, and you never know I pray that Lord leads me in the right places to go and things to do. And one of the things I think He's leading me to do this spring or summer is to go to Stone Mountain. So I'll probably get a booking there because I can take. 99% sure you can take dogs into Stone Mountain, Georgia. It's not Stone Mountain, Georgia. It's the name of the place. Then I forget where it's at, Smyrna. Anyway, I hadn't been there in years. So I may make a reservation for their hotel they got over there and take me and Candy. One night, or maybe 2 nights. So that's to be something else I can film. Oh, I love fried chicken. You asked me what's my favorite food, and I used to say fried chicken, but I don't cook it as much as I used to. But I want to do some more things for me this year, you know. And my brother called, and his dryer's not working right, and he wanted me to buy him a dryer. And I said, have it checked out first. And then I texted him back 2 hours later, and I said, I'm sorry that my dad didn't leave you and Mom enough money, but I don't know who that phone call was, so I denied it. Anyway, but you know, go out there and deliver some groceries to make you enough money to get you a dryer. He didn't like my attitude, but I said, I'm not going to be because we've had to give to them before. We gave them before my dad passed away about 4 years ago, we gave them a air conditioning window unit. That was $400, close to $500. And then they needed money for something else. It was $300 that time I remember giving them. And, you know, my husband didn't work all these years to help keep up my mom. And I love my mother. But my brother has a job, but not a real big job. So he needs to get off, and he's got handicap problems. You know, he's overweight and having breathing problems and walking problems. But he can sit at home and do something. or get in his car and go to the grocery store, hold on to the buggy and buy groceries for people. So anyway, all right, this other side is about done. It likes about another minute. Let's see how it's looking. And if y'all don't know Art, put your link in there. Art does cooking, but he does outdoor cooking. He does iron skillet cooking and things on his outdoor setup he's got on his land. So y'all watch Art. He's very good at his cooking. And fishing and trapping and hunting. But let's see. Trying to get it turned over. But this piece is so thick I think it may need another minute. Yeah, it's not quite. I'm gonna turn it up. I got it cut a little too low. Let it brown just another couple of minutes. Like I said, sometimes you've got to judge the piece of chicken. You can't always go by the 25 minutes or 20 minutes or 30, whatever you're cooking by. Sometimes you have to cut a little corner to see if it's done, or cut a little piece in the middle and see if it's done. If you don't have a meat thermometer. My meat thermometer, I don't think it's working. Don't even know where I'm done with it. So I'm going to get me a new one. Yeah, turn this up a little bit, and then I'll turn it over. But it's close to being done. But anybody got any suggestions or things they would like me to show them to cook? I'll be cooking again one day next week. Yeah. I don't know what I'll cook next week. I want to make you some hot chocolate tonight. I like taking some of my chocolate I buy from Germany. I buy it at Lidl, and I put a piece of that in there. Cook it up and stir it with my hot chocolate. I use about a half a container of these little ones here. The Keurig one. I use about half of that. And I don't use regular milk because I don't drink enough of it to use it. But I buy half and half. And I'll add a little water to my half and half. Get it hot and put this in there with a piece of candy bar. Oh, it's some good hot chocolate eats. So, if y'all want me to do something like that next week, I'll show you how to make a good cup of hot chocolate my way. The way I like it. I don't buy American candy bars. They mess my stomach up. So, I buy my candy bar. Most of it comes from Lidl. Yeah. The candy bar, the candy that I buy comes from Germany. I can see Darian now. Oh, yum. Spaghetti ice. Now, his spaghetti ice does look good, but I don't eat strawberry stuff on ice cream. I like plain strawberries. So he did say that they can put chocolate on there if I wanted it. So when I go to Germany, mine will have chocolate or caramel or plain. They may even have chocolate spaghetti ice. Spaghetti ice is ice cream pressed in like a rice presser, and it looks like spaghetti. You didn't know that, anybody. And they have the strawberry topping on there that looks like the spaghetti. So. All right. Ready to turn it over. Oh, yeah, I got more brown on the other side. Yep. Give it another minute, because this is big pieces of chicken. The package ain't what it says it was. Have you ever bought one and it got home it wasn't what it says it was? You didn't get to try it. Are you coming this year? I told my cousin, she said we may not can get there for the spaghetti ice. I said, we're going to get there for the spaghetti ice. She said, if my grandson hasn't missed any school, we won't get there. Well, he missed a day of school, so she's going to let him go. She's going to let him miss school that day so we can get there in time for the spaghetti ice party, the ice cream party. Oh, you would love it. This is he's got already 80, 84, 83 people. I forget how many he said. Over 80 people already registered for the dinner. So how many is going to show up for the ice cream is what I'm wondering. So, but turn that off because it's hot enough to finish cooking that little bit it needed. And it's going to be a good dinner. And then we're going to watch some of my YouTubers that I haven't watched. Maybe there'll be somebody on live again, and I'll go on their live and say, hello, everybody. It's been really fun. I've been on almost an hour. So, but I'm going to combine this piece of chicken with the flour and probably sit here off camera and cut it up in small pieces and make nuggets with it tomorrow or the next day. But and it's okay if your chicken, if the batter falls off your chicken. You're not in a restaurant to make it fruit. You're doing your own home. So some of the batter fell off. But it's delicious. Now you can do this in, like I said, in your air fryer. Say, I need to get me next time. I keep forgetting when I go to the store to get me a spray bottle. And I want to put some olive oil in it and use it when I cook. You spray the top of your chicken and the bottom of the pan just enough. And that way you won't have all this grease. But if you don't mind the grease like I don't every once in a while, go right ahead. But I've got a new air fryer sitting back there that I got last year, and I can cook it in there. Yeah, if you're one of those health conscious people, and if you also, I've not tried this, but I know there are some gluten-free recipes out there where you use gluten-free flour. So I haven't tried that. Don't know how gluten-free flour cooks, but if y'all want me to experiment with something, I'll see if I can find a small bag of it, some kind of gluten-free flour, and we'll try something with it. I'll maybe look up a recipe. But I'm not gluten, that doesn't bother me. But for somebody who might want to learn something with a gluten-free, we can try it one day. That'd be something new. And if I catch something on clearance, I have seen gluten-free products on clearance. So I think next time I might, like I've gotten gluten-free pasta. And it was okay pasta. I think I've eaten it all. If not, I got a little bit left. It's gluten-free. Yeah, your daughter-in-law's gluten-free. But the pasta, gluten-free, you have to watch it because it can almost get too gummy. Other than that, it's not bad. Because I've cooked it twice. First time I did it a little too long and it was a little gummy. But I ate it. I'm not wasting food in this house if I can help it. So, one last look at my product because I've been here about an hour. I'm going to put that on a sandwich and make me a chicken sandwich. Yeah, some people don't like gluten-free pasta. It was okay. It was marked down to like 49 cents, something like that. So, I bought it to try it. Anyway, I am glad everyone came today. And we'll see y'all folks on the next one. The next one might be me playing Minecraft. Not quite sure yet when I'll get back to my Minecraft. Found a server I like, but after I got to playing, it's not. I don't know if I'll stay. Wasn't my favorite after all, because he took away us being able to sell one of the items because he said it's not really no good in the game. It is if you want. If you're hungry, you can eat the rotten flesh, or you can feed it to your dog. But I said I spent 3 hours with the help of one of the people on the server making a spawner. And then I can't sell the flesh anymore, so I may go somewhere else and play. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for coming. Y'all have a blessed day now, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.